Going live. Yay. Can't wait to talk to you guys on this Wednesday afternoon. How it became Wednesday afternoon, I don't freaking know. I thought we'd use this Instagram live as just a chat session. Let's just chat. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I recently just got back from Mexico, where I was not having the greatest time in my life. I talk about it on my podcast, so if you want to hear the full story there. One of the things that did happen there was food poisoning. You know, it wasn't the worst food poisoning of my life. I had food poisoning in Tulum. That was the worst. Have you ever had that type of food poisoning where it feels like someone made a home inside your body and is trying to cut their way out? Like this. That is the food poisoning I had in Tulum. Thanks, Allie. You're the best. So, yeah, the food poisoning I had in Cabo, not near as bad. Liz asked, where's the favorite place you've been so far? In the world, New Zealand. New Zealand is the freaking best. I don't know why everyone doesn't live in New Zealand. It's the nicest place ever. Everyone's friendly. It's stunningly beautiful. Oh my God, New Zealand is so freaking awesome. Best wine, the food. Oh my God, you guys. I had a cheese board at some super nothing special sports bar, and it was the best cheese board of my life. I melted into the feta like I was taking a bath in it. Phenomenal. Go to New Zealand. Just do it. It's super expensive to get there, but it was so worth it. Okay. M asks, I just started the 21-day sugar detox, feeling so good so far. What is your best advice to re-enter to the normal life? I feel like entering after the 21-day sugar detox, a lot of people, or Whole30 or any, 30-day plans, people are like, okay, day 31, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. And then they like stone dive. What is that? They dive into like a bowl of pasta while eating cookies at the same time and like shoving cookie dough up their ass. It's like people go pretty psycho afterwards. So I say just take it nice and slow. Maybe have something that's not crazy sugary, something that you've just been craving a little bit, but just live your life like normal. I mean, maybe you've been on this stricter plan and you're like, okay, I know I can have something else in my day-to-day. Like for me, I'm like, okay, I can have some gluten-free bread and I'm not going to go crazy about that. But still continue living like you have. If you're feeling so good, it's your body telling you it wants that type of food. So continue on that and kind of try to stay away from those things that are trigger foods. #triggered. For me, Oreos. I have had those out of my life for years now, and they probably won't re-enter because I have no self-control. I like this. I'm dying to hear about the Bamboozled Podcast. Can you give us the Coles Notes? Is that the Cliff Notes? Did it say, is that Coles Notes? I've never heard that. No, you have to listen to it on the podcast, okay? I do the full breakdown there. It's like 30 minutes out of your life. My mother said that she's never heard me cuss so much on the podcast, so I must be pretty upset. And that's a lot because I obviously have quite the potty mouth. My mother has come to terms with that. She doesn't tell me to stop anymore. At the same time, I was like, Mom, what are you doing listening to my podcast? She just retired and now she has time to listen. She's probably watching this right now. Mom, stop watching this stuff. You're going to find out things you never wanted to know about your daughter. Let's see. Chica in the Moon. Oh, I like that. What's your hair care styling routine? Your hair always looks perfect. Oh my God. It's just a filter. Like, it's just lies. I take collagen every single day, and I actually have a post all about the hair products that I'm loving. So I love Living Proof. I love Unite. I have been using a hair growth product called Fido. I think it's Fido, because I lost some hair after a stressful situation with my dog almost dying. That was the worst. So I have a bunch of different products. I share them on my blog. Just go to the beauty section and it has a hair products tab right there. Ooh, are you going to come to Sydney on your way to Bali? Oh my God, that would be the best. I leave for Bali at the end of this month. I continue burping for no reason. I haven't had anything fizzy, not fuzzy. From a cork. I don't have a poor connection. I'm in my own fucking home. What the shit? That was weird. Okay, so no, I'm not going to Sydney. I'm going through Seoul and just going to Bali, man, there's too many places. There's always like, oh, you should stop by Australia when you're going to New Zealand. It's like, well, shit, I got to see New Zealand. It's so hard to take so much time off. But yes, going to Bali at the end of this month, not Australia, someday. Thank you for brightening our days. You're the best. Stone dive is now a thing. Yes. Just stone dive in. Mini Oreos are my trigger. Yes. Mini Oreos? Are you kidding me? It's like you're going to eat 15 bags of mini Oreos. It's worth a listen on the podcast. It was hilarious and horrifying. So horrifying. What's your advice on avoiding food poisoning in Mexico? Fuck if I know, because obviously I can't stay away from it. Okay, number one, this is my Tulum one, because many people, when I was in Tulum, after I got food poisoning, everyone was like, don't ever eat the shrimp. And that's what I had. I had shrimp, and people were like, no, don't have the shrimp in Tulum. And I'm like, motherfucker, my feet are in the sand. I'm looking at the ocean. Shrimp are just like falling on shore. Why shouldn't I eat it? It's the most fresh thing ever. Guess not. So I haven't fully ever recovered from my Tulum experience. I'll have shrimp here at home, and I'm just like, I can't. So stay away from that. They say stay away from the water, stay away from ice. Everybody's like, don't have ice in your drinks. And I'm like, okay, it's like, hey, can you pass me a hot margarita? No, not spicy, like room temperature, and room temperature is 85 degrees. It's like, I don't know. So you're supposed to stay away from the water, the ice, I guess the shrimp. Stay away from anything that you'd like to enjoy on vacation. It's the worst. Let's see. What scrub wash do you use to help clean out your pores? Sorry, my face is so fucked up. I got some microneedling done yesterday. I use Vivant Skincare. I use two different products. Vivant Skincare, they have a couple different scrub products. They have a Mandelic wash that has a scrub, and then Beyond Complexion has a really great scrub. I did an IGTV recently, and I shared the Beyond Complexion scrub that I use at night and love it. Mom is a stalker. Yeah, Mom, get out of here. I really want to tell these stories from my previous life of teenage years. I have this whole book idea of stories that I'd like to share, but I cannot do it until my parents pass away, because there's just some information out there my mother does not need to know. It's upsetting thinking about that she might find out some of these things. Mom, if you're watching, get out of here. Oh, let's see. How do you keep your teeth so white? I go to the dentist every 6 months. Every 6 months, you got to do it. Go to the dentist. Number two, I use whitening toothpaste. God, my boob looks huge right now. Jesus. So I use whitening toothpaste, and I use this brand called Desert Essence, and it has a whitening. And then I use Crest white strips, old school. I've had my teeth professionally whitened once after I did Invisalign, but the Crest white strips, I just get the very 5-minute ones, and I just use them every so often. It kind of cleans it off. I'm sure I'll have no enamel left at someday, and I'll have to get what is it called when you just get fake teeth everywhere? Not dentures, but the ones where they screw it in. I'm just all over the place today. Have you been to Costa Rica? Yes, I've been to Costa Rica twice. Both were in Manuel Antonio, and love it there. I fucking love it. I want to go back to Costa Rica and other places. Costa Rica is awesome. Someone said the ice is fine, it's purified. I had 47 people message me to let me know it's not. So to each their own. You do a gamble, figure it out on your own. Figure out food poisoning on your own. What PaleOMG leggings are today's style? What do you mean? The leggings I'm wearing today or the leggings I'm working on with For Athletics? You'll have to spend, it just keeps pausing for a slow connection. So sorry for that. Okay, do you just adjust your recipes when you post since you're developing them at altitude? Love all of them. I have only ever cooked at altitude. I grew up here in Colorado, so I don't really know any different. So I don't adjust any of them because I taught myself how to cook and I've always cooked at altitude. So I don't really know any other way. I never went to baking school. I never went to any sort of school to teach me the basics. I just fucking throw shit together and hope it works. And when it does, I make a point of that, and then I make those cookies 47 different ways. So I don't know how to adjust things at altitude. I should really learn that, but it's just where I've been my whole life. Let's see. Ooh, I and two friends got food poisoning from arugula that I got at Costco. Oh! Implants. Nice. Veneers. Yes. Oh, I thought you were talking about my boob. Yes, implants, veneers. Thank you. That's what I wanted. Have you been to Aruba? Yes, Aruba is fucking awesome. Oh, Aruba is one of my freaking much. Oh, I gotta turn the battery on my phone. I loved Aruba so much. The only thing that's annoying, but it's not because it's so beautiful there, is the wind blows it's just like this. Like, this is when you're out to dinner. This is how you eat your food, as you eat your hair. Aruba's wind is bananas. But other than that, so you have sand. It's like, poor connection is driving me crazy. So sorry today. I'm in my home. So I love Aruba. Highly recommend. It's so freaking awesome. Ooh, your next trip needs to be to St. John. I would love that. I've heard amazing things from about St. John. Ever consider moving to San Diego? You'd fit right into this community. That is so funny. So my husband and I have always talked about if we'd move any other places. The only two other places that we'd want to move, number one, I burped again, San Diego. Number two, Austin. Two of the best places. Love those places. San Diego's fucking awesome. Let's see. Have you found any natural birth control that you've been using once you stop taking the pill? I'm strongly considering getting off the pill, but do not want to get pregnant. Girl, I feel ya. So I just started using literally yesterday, so I can't speak about it yet. I just started using this thing called Daisy. So Daisy with a Y, DAYSY. So you take your temperature. It's taking your temperature every single day. Once your temperature is increased, you know that you're ovulating, and that's when you don't want to get pregnant. But I really can't speak to it yet. I haven't used it every single day. It's been one day. Would you recommend Invisalign? Yes. Oh my God, I love Invisalign. It was great. I did it for 6 months. I had braces growing up, but then of course, once I started dating my husband, this was back, my face was just like bombarded with acne. It was just like everywhere. And so when I started dating my husband and I was spending the night at his house, I'm like, oh my God. First of all, I can't even fucking take off makeup. This is so embarrassing. Number two, I'm supposed to sleep with my makeup on, my acne crazy face, and then wear my retainer at night. Are you kidding me? So I stopped wearing my retainer. What happened? My teeth moved. Of course, duh. And then I lost my retainer somewhere in multiple moves. And so then my teeth were all jacked, couldn't go back. And so I did Invisalign. Loved it. Highly recommend it. Oh, but by the way, when you're looking into Invisalign, get quotes from multiple dentists because it was like from 3,000 to 10,000. Get multiple quotes because they will like try to screw you over too. Is your bathroom finished? Did I miss it? Yes. Girl, where you been? My bathroom was finished. Our bathroom, God, I keep doing that. Such an only child. Our bathroom was finished probably a month ago now. I did a recap on my blog and I also did a video in IGTV. So you can see the finished product there, the before and after, the whole miserable fucking process. Will you ever come to New York? I've been to New York. I'm not a huge fan of New York, okay? But okay, here's the thing. So I've been to New York twice, 2 times on book tour. Don't need to talk about the first book tour. Second book tour, you know what? New York's not my scene. Here's the thing. Here's what I feel about New York. It's an awesome city. You're like, whoa, there's so much to do. The world's alive. And it's like, hey, come eat in this restaurant that costs you $56 for a pork chop. And then when you walk outside to enjoy the night air, why don't you get punched in the face with a ton of trash? Are you kidding me? I'm not into it. So, yes, maybe I'll go, okay, upstate New York is so much better than NYC. You know, I've never experienced it. So I need to go. Maybe someday. How's your tattoo removal going? It's pretty boring right now. I don't feel like there's been much progress. The first 2 appointments, I'm like, fuck yes, we're moving, things are happening. And then my 3rd and 4th treatment, I'm like, okay, nothing's happening. It looks the exact same. So I have my 5th appointment next week. First, she quoted me 6 appointments. And then last time I was like, hey, do you think it's going to be 6 appointments? Because I just don't feel like it's going in that quick of a time frame. And she was like, this is why I never quote people time frames, because, you know, it's always a little different. And I was like, bitch, you quoted a time frame. But whatever, you know, we're moving and grooving. I made this mistake. I have to lie with it as long as possible, I guess. So hopefully we'll move on. What made you decide to dye your hair? Well, I was 15 or 14 and I wanted to change my hair. I mean, it was just like a 14-year-old decision. And then I was like, wow, I like myself way better with dark hair. So I'm going to just stick with this. Will we get to see a before and after of your tattoo removal? What was your tattoo you got? I'm not going to tell you that. You know, it was a 20-year-old mistake. So I think I've been taking pictures of the process throughout, and I think I will someday share it, as long as it's completely gone. What about Boston? Yes, I've been to Boston. I feel whatever about Boston. You know, no offense to everyone who lives in Boston. I have some great friends who live in Boston. Hello, Lexi. Well, she's not in Boston, but you know, she's like Boston. No, I'm just like kind of a West Coast girl. But Boston's great, okay? No judgment. What's your next big trip? Bali for 2 weeks at the end of this month. And then I just never want to travel ever again. Let's see. How did you go about doing book tours? I literally just released a book yesterday and I'm getting into this. My publisher did the whole book tour. They did it all. They planned, it was in my contract, they planned all the stops, they planned the hotels, they planned everything out for me. So they created the itinerary. Does microblading and microneedling hurt? Yes. Yeah, they both hurt. They're both annoying. It's not the most I've done far worse painful things, like get a tattoo on my side when I'm 20 years old, or perfractional laser or other kinds of lasers. Microneedling and microblading, both are pretty annoying. They're not the worst thing you'll ever do. I promise you that. Long Island. Never been to Long Island. You know, I've just never been. Oh, what happened with your first book? You don't really talk about it anymore. I love the recipes. Well, that's because that book came out in like 2012 or something. That book is old as fuck. And it was done with a publisher. Long story short, it was not a great experience with the first publisher I went with. I was really unhappy with the quality of the book and just a lot of the things of the book. So I wasn't really proud of that book. So it's hard to want to promote something you're not very proud of, and that you have kind of gross aftertaste about and bad experience. And so, yeah. Oh, sorry. Someone said you're starting to lag and break up so hard. Sorry. I don't know why my connection is shitty. It's literally in my own house. Do you think you'll ever get another dog? Okay, So for a while we were like, yeah, let's get another dog. My husband quit his job. He's home. We can hang out more. The thing about Jackson is he's very much an only child. He's very territorial around his parents. And he kind of seems to hate other dogs. And so I don't really feel like dealing with them fighting at all times and attacking each other, and him attacking this new dog just trying to eat a meal or drink some water. And then we travel so much, I just don't think it's the right move. You know, it's kind of like when people are like, people have one child and they're like, hey, when are you gonna have another kid? And it's like, hey, I'm enjoying this one kid and our life is pretty good with one. You know, no, I'm not comparing my dog to a child. Children are 40 billion times harder. But our life is pretty good with one dog, you know, one. I don't know how parents do it. Portland, Oregon, the best place ever. Love Portland, Oregon. Love that place. Yay, saw Leah today to get my brows done. Leah's the best. She's so hard to get into. Can't get my eyebrows tinted without this color on them. Like, I filled them in today. They're completely blonde. It is striking in the worst way possible. Okay, I always wonder where you store all your awesome clothes. Just how many pairs of leggings do you own? Girl, a lot. So if you look in my IGTV, I have kind of a cloffice. So one of our spare bedrooms upstairs, our only spare bedroom upstairs, is my office closet. I use it as, sorry, my ear itches. I use it as my place where I shoot all my food photos, and then I store extra clothes in there. No idea how many leggings I own, but I love leggings. Hello from Nova Scotia. That's fun. Come to Canada. I've only been to Canada once. Montreal. It was a wonderful city. Wonderful. Summer, obviously. Oh, I have both of your books, and I love the one with your laughing at the chicken wing. Oh man, that cover of a book is quite the story. Come to a Denver Frenchie meetup. It's a real thing. I know I've seen them, but again, Jackson hates other dogs. Especially if I'm around and another dog looks in my general direction, he fucking attacks them. I don't know when he became a psychopath, you know? He was great with other dogs before, and now he's an old, grumpy-ass man. Another dog would be good for him. Okay, Megan, do you want to come over here and just live in our house and just break up our dogs while I'm trying to cook and they're like fighting at my feet? Hey, you come over. You can live here. Take care of my dogs, and if we ever have a child, you can take care of them too. That's totally fine. Have you ever dealt with out of the norm fatigue? Tips. You know, man, increased fatigue could have to do with all kinds of different things. It could be stress related. It could be hormonal related. It really, I think, is important to kind of look back at what's going on in your own life. If it's overwork, if there's stress in your relationship, if you're not sleeping enough. There's so many things. I mean, it's such a vast, large topic, so it's hard for me to say for sure, but look into your stress, look into your sleep schedule, look into if any hormonal changes, if your diet feels a little bit different. There's just so many, it's hard to kind of nail that down, especially since I've never met you. If you love Portland, you would love Bend, Oregon. I've always wanted to go to Bend. It's definitely on my list of places to go. Oh, my husband's in our garage on speakerphone. Why are you on speakerphone? Isn't it the worst when people are I was asking people about their pet peeves, and when people are in grocery stores with their phone either on FaceTime or on speaker. It's like, fucking put it up to your ear. I don't want to know about your grandma's hemorrhoids. Like, get out of here. You have a really good relationship with your sister-in-law. How is it with your actual in-laws? So my husband's mom is the only one in their life, and she's fucking awesome. She's literally, I don't know how I got so lucky. So I have an amazing sister-in-law. Obviously, I post about her all the time. I have an amazing brother-in-law. I just don't get to see him very often because he's in South Dakota. And then my mother-in-law is fantastic. She sends me bags of makeup because she just works part-time just at Sephora, just loves just working with people. She's adorable. So she sends me bags of makeup and just calls me to ask me how everything is going. She's adorable. I don't know how I got so freaking lucky with this family. Let's see. Oh, okay. I've been a longtime follower and just recently threw away my OG PaleOMG tank top. Oh my God, that's so old school. Some guy at the gym had a PaleOMG headband on. It's like, number one, that started off as pink and now it's yellow. That's so freaking old, but that's amazing. And said, wear that thing to shreds. Thanks for being awesome. By the way, don't get another dog. Thank you, Nick. Literally, you have dog in your name, so you get it. Nick Dog, yeah. Thanks for having that freaking tank top. That's so old school. Besides Botox, is there any other work you'd be willing to do or want to do? I mean, fuck yeah, I'm willing to do things moving forward. Someday when I'm old as fuck, gonna get that, like, get it pulled back, get everything stapled back. I have my boobs done. Got that done when I was like 20, so it's been a long ass time having those. I don't know. Oh, if I'll ever probably get some fillers someday. I'm just doing all these laser treatments in the hopes of not having to do that as long as possible, but not against that at all. I don't know. Fill the lips up. I don't know. Just try new things. Totally into it. Totally into it. But I just like what I'm doing now. Botox, just get those... You know? Jesus. Jackson. Yeah, can you take Jackson outside? Meg, I am a dog walker. Meg, this is perfect, but you have to be a dog nanny and live here, okay? And live here. Oh, you should come to Colorado Springs so I can give you a free facial. I'm that good. Woo, you sound good. But you know, I like to stay out of Colorado Springs because I like to live in a bubble, you know, just around a 4-block radius. I have Natural Grocers, I have Whole Foods, I have a Nordstrom Rack. Oh, I have a Modern Market. I have like a Chipotle. I don't like to leave my circle unless it's going to Bali. Sorry. Let's see. Why did your husband quit his job? What is he doing now besides talking on speakerphone? So my husband was working for 14 years at the same business. He worked 6 days a week, if not more. It was killing him with stress, and it was killing him, literally killing him. And I told him, you don't have to do this. You can quit your job and you can figure it out later. And so he finally did it, and right now I told him to take the summer off, fucking live your life. Let's go on vacation. Let's actually be in a relationship for the first time in our life. This is going to be wonderful. And so he's taking the summer off, golfing, working on some little side gigs, and so he doesn't have to go back to corporate. We can just live our lives together. And yeah, we're going to go to Bali. It's pretty much the best. Let's see. Jackson's, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Jackson's barking made my Frenchies flip out, I bet. Oh, Jackson. Are you close with your parents? I would say semi-close. My parents are awesome. I have great parents. I can't complain about them at all. My mother and I have a hard relationship that we are constantly working on. My dad is a little gemmy gem. You know how moms and daughters, they just have a hard time sometimes. But we continue to work on it, work hard at it. She's a gem. They're great parents. Let's see. I listen to every podcast of yours. Love that you're now posting on Instagram Lives. Yay! What are your favorite Denver restaurants with paleo options? Also, just got an air fryer and making your cauliflower tonight. Already tried cauliflower gnocchi. Game changer. Yes. Oh my God. That makes me want to make the gnocchi tonight. I have some in my freezer. The air fryer cauliflower is fucking phenomenal. It's so freaking good. Cauliflower should only be cooked in the air fryer. I recently, when I was at Flora Farms in Mexico, where I got food poisoning, I got the cauliflower, and it was like soaked in butter almost like it had been steamed or boiled, and then it just had butter basted on top. And I was like, no, bitch, no. If you don't burn my cauliflower, I don't want it. You know, and then I took it in the cab because I was like, oh my God, we have so much leftover food, and it completely smelled up our cab like someone took a dump there. And surprisingly, I got food poisoning that night. And so you can put those pieces together. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even answer your question. Okay, so paleo restaurants. Number one, Just Be Kitchen in Lohi is amazing. I think for paleo options, that's your best bet. There's tons of gluten-free options in Denver. I have a whole list of restaurants on PaleOMG.com. Go there, it has a full list. But for paleo, Just Be Kitchen is the way to go. There's places that will have like paleo bacon, like Bacon Social House, but Just Be Kitchen has all paleo things. It's the best. Aw, thanks. Good for you and your husband. Thank you. He's the best. Thanks for sharing that about your husband. Mine is going through something similar with work. I've been nervous about it, but I'm encouraged by your support of him. It has been fucking life-changing, you guys. Life is too short to kill yourself with work. We're just taught, I feel like, as Americans to, and you know, maybe in other countries too that I just don't know about, but to just work until you die, and then you work for retirement, and then you're supposed to enjoy your life. It's like, life is way too short. You never know when you're gonna go. It's like, gotta enjoy it in the moment. And if something is just so miserable and killing you, figure something else out. Life is too short. Hey, babe. How many times have you been to Bali? Never. I haven't ever been. What would you recommend for hotels or where to stay? So we're actually staying in Airbnbs. I started looking at Airbnbs online, and they are bananas. We have like full villas with multiple rooms for $150 a night. It's crazy. It's so cheap there. So I don't have any recommendations for first timers because I'm going to be a first timer, but depending on when you're going, I'll have a full breakdown on my blog afterwards. Have you changed your mind about kids in the future? You know, no. No. Let's see. Can you do a paleo Bloody Mary? Oh, Jackson's here. Do you want to come up here? I want to tell you something. Come on. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, God. Here he is, because he's so cute. Jackson. What a turd. I think I have a Bloody Mary recipe in my 3rd cookbook. Go there. Okay, I should probably, best travel bag, and then I will cut it off and let you guys go. Yay, hi Panda. So my by far favorite travel bag, it's actually like kind of a fitness bag or workout bag. It's the Lolé Lily bag. It is my favorite travel accessory. I take it with me everywhere. I mean, I use it every single day back at home, but I travel with it constantly. It's so freaking awesome. Go to Lolé, Lole, Lolé. What brand shampoo and conditioner do you use? I'm using Living Proof right now, and I also use Unite sometimes, Fido, but Living Proof is probably my favorite, and it smells so freaking good. Let's see. I'm actually currently working from home because of the stress and anxiety that I'm going through. So thank you for sharing that about your hubby. Yes. Have you ever done keto? No. I just eat kind of higher fat already. When you're in Bali, you should check out Nusa. Oh man, I'm not going to try to. Okay, for snorkeling with manta rays and turtles. Okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense. If I said if we have a kid. Well, you know, because I'm not like, oh, life is black and white, you know? You never know what life can throw at you. I have no want to have children and no intention to have children anytime soon, but that doesn't mean that wouldn't happen in the future and my mind wouldn't change at some point. But at this point, that's This is all the little child I need. Someone who sleeps all day long and just whines when he wants food, you know? That's the best kind of child. And that only lasts with babies for a good 3 months. So, you know. Thought you should know your carrot margaritas kicked ass. Made some last night. Yay! You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in on this week's Instagram Live. You're the best. Jackson thinks so too. Look at this. There you go. There you go, you handsome little devil. Yeah, you're so stinking cute. Thank you guys. I will talk to you soon. Hopefully I'll see you here next week. And thanks for being the best. Go have a great night. Bye.